Now, it is the first of its kind in North America, a captive breeding program set up to save the rare and endangered spotted owl. Less than 24 examples of the species left in all of Canada. Urbanization and logging practices are being blamed for the dwindling population. And while environmentalists say the breeding program is a great start, it's only tackling half of the problem. Andrew reports.
Buster is a rare sight. He's only one of 20 spotted owls left in Canada, all of which live in BC. The province is hoping to increase that number, though, with a captive breeding program for endangered species, the first of its kind in North America.
We believe now the numbers are to the point where it's below the threshold where the owl can actually recover itself on its own. So our attempts are to establish a captive breeding program to try and boost the population in the wild and hopefully put it above that threshold.
The Conservation and Breeding Center is located in Langley. This latest addition is currently under construction, but once complete, it will be made up of 9 breeding aviaries. These $500,000 homes will house captured spotted owls in the hopes they'll breed and then eventually be released into the wild.
When we have some owls that we want to establish pair bonds, we will put the owls into this entire area and allow them to kind of choose their own mates. And once we identify that a pair has actually been established, they'll get kind of moved in, or hopefully they'll select one of these breeding aviaries, and we will then seal them off type thing. And hopefully they will breed and produce some young for us.
One of the biggest threats to this species is the loss of old-growth forest. 20 years ago, there were 500 spotted owls in Canada. Critics say logging and urbanization have forced their numbers to slowly decline. And a captive breeding program is not the answer.
As they're capturing these last wild owls, they are logging their habitat. That's insane. It's a form of insanity. Because it'd be like creatures need habitat to live. You can't be removing their habitat and think that a capture breeding program is going to work.
The province says it's working on the issue, already setting aside 3,600 square kilometers of protected forest.
We know it's an issue to balance out all the interests. However, we know that without the captive breeding program, we aren't going to be successful whatever we do with the habitat. So we need to look at both the captive breeding program and the habitat revisions and additional habitat protection.
The program is expected to run for at least 5 years, hopefully enough time for Buster to eventually have some company.